Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what is going on, guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise of War video. Today, guys, we've got a commander guide for good old Aragorn, King of Men. Now, I haven't done a video on Aragorn for a very long time, since like Season 3, so he's very overdue. I actually stopped using him for ages until this season. I just seen big potential back in him, and he's absolutely doing amazing at the moment, especially in Season 5 with Rise Up and stuff like that. We're going to go over troop combinations, the best skill build, and I'll show you my gear. My gear's pretty good, but it's not insane like all goals and that and stuff like on my Isildur and stuff. It's gear that everyone could probably get. You might be able to refine it. Mine's not even fully refined on some stuff, but you will see. And it's a very effective and smart build. So let's get into it, shall we? I've currently got him marching over. I'm going to go fight some armies up here in a minute. Alright, so King Aragorn. We currently have him at level 46. And we have 375 might at level 46 with the current gear build that I'm going with. So you definitely want to work on building his might up, guys. So, as we can see here, I'm using the Cutlass. This is very good for increasing might, commander speed, and it increases the arm attack of melee troops +3. So you want to be using melee troops with this kind of build. Now, there's a lot of things you could use, like these Dawn Swords, for example, but the Cutlass is a pretty easy one that a lot of people should have purple ones if they've been playing for a long time. And then the melee might skill of allied melee units damage dealt plus 7.4% is fantastic. Especially with the way we're going to be running him with a single stack of troops pretty much. It's just OP because he's a commander damage, and yeah, you'll see as we get into it. I'm then running the Scale Mail, which gives 18 might, but then I have Gallant effect, which gives another 18 might stacked on, so we're getting 36 might there. And also, army defense for melee will be increased by +15. I'm then using the Brutal Helmet that I used to use on my Isildur, which I actually pulled an amazing helmet for him recently. I just pulled this Hunter's Guide with Madness and Stun Immunity, so I'll put that on him. So this has now become King Aragorn's. And as you can see, it gives might +24, but it gives an army HP melee +3. So we're going to be running all melee troops, of course, pretty much. And then melee vigor, basically, we get allied melee units damage received -4. So as you can see, that's why we want to stick with the melee build. Then I'm running the Hip Lane, and this always is very good for the army HP buff of +3, and it gives a little bit of healing. Now, as for skilling, with King Aragorn, he can work good from anywhere from Respect 1 up to Respect 5. I've got him very high respect. I've actually got him very high recently. You probably would have just seen the video with my Marthom opening. It was crazy. Now, early game, he's very good on tiles if you use Elessa and you use these healing abilities. And you use those early with the Strider to increase your base stats. That's very good versus tiles. But a PvP build, you're going to be wanting to do commander damage. So, in doing that, the first one I always work on, if I'm R3, is Strider. I always max it out first because it's going to increase your base stats, increase all your might stats and everything by 30%. And it's going to let you use any piece of equipment on King Aragorn. For example, if you have an Axe of Khazad Dûm, which does 63 might buff and stuff like that, you can put it on when you have this. The side effects or the side skills, would say Precise Blow is very good because it carries pursuit damage, so this also helps do a lot of damage to Gilgalads that you bump in. King Aragorn is an absolute, he will destroy Gilgalads, trust me. He's very good. Raid is very good. This hits nice and early as well, with 240% physical damage with a 50% chance to do another 240. And Jurul with the max might effect of +15. Also, the max effects of this, I think I talked about it, was the races. So, yeah, we just talked about that before. But, yeah, +15 might max effect. And against 2 enemy targets, round 2, which means at the start of round 3, you do 300% physical damage. Always put points in the weapon expertise, because every time your commander does one of these attacks, you're going to get a 50% chance of increasing that damage by 50%. And then Call of the Week is very good because it hits very early, straight away in battle. and it does 210% physical damage. Now, the King of Men skill is very good. Now, this can be very good if you're going up against like Gandalf's and Madness commanders. As you can see, for the first 5 rounds, when affected by stun, it reduces the damage. I see, just having 3 points in there is going to reduce it by 18%. I highly recommend you don't need to max this out. You only really need a few points in this. I highly recommend you get the commander damage done. If worse comes to worse, you could probably leave out Call of the Week and put some more points into this if you wanted to. And then I've just got a spare point down here, which just increases the... it's always good to just put 1 point in this, because it's going to increase men attack +2. It doesn't matter too much about defense, but the men buff attacker 2 is really good. So that's where we're working with builds and everything like that. Now, for the troop combination that I've been using, it's absolutely been working amazingly. Now, if you are not playing in Season 5 and you don't have Rise Up, this still will work perfectly. You just don't have to use Sentinels here. You can use another melee. Like, I could put, like, Heralds here or something if I wanted to. It was a melee, but I'm just running it because with Rise Up, you get an extra 15% damage done by army and commander when using 3 different races. So that's why I've done that there. But if you want to do a troop combination of, if you want a mixed amount, the Guardians here are really good, or the Guardmen, Dunedains, and then like the Catters or Cavaliers, or even Bree Riders, it's a good combination. But because you're going to be doing mostly commander damage, these are really good. As you can see, they have really good defense. And overall, they do extremely well. So we're going to go get him into some PvP action in a moment, guys. So yeah, we're going to head up here. We've got some armies coming in. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. And we're going to go get into some battles and test him out and show you just how good he is. Hopefully we can bump into a GILGALAD or something like that, guys. Rightio, guys. So I just got into a battle there. I didn't realize. So a guy attacked me with a level 50 Galadriel with pretty good gear. Respect-wise, this is looking really high. This is at least a respect 10 Galadriel. 451 respect, so we'll take that into consideration. They were using the full stack like me. So let's have a look and see the damage-wise. So, honestly, damage-wise, we did around the same damage, but of course Galadriel does so much healing. So she definitely got the advantage there. But all in all, that wasn't too bad. Especially being 4 levels lower as well. But definitely not the best commander to be going up against. But still not a bad result there, to say the least. Alright, I need to refine King Aragorn back up here with some troops. I think I might have to heal some troops up and get him back healed up and stuff like that. And we will go again. Oh, good, I've got some speed treatments. 40, I don't want to wait 48 seconds. All good. Alright, hopefully it's less than a 3 minute. If not, then I'll take him back to the, it's going to be about 3 minutes 28, as long as they don't attack. Alright, so let's go with a 6200 of this. 100, 200, what do we got there? 1100. Alright, there we go. It's going to take 3 minutes 28. Hopefully I can get reinforced and they won't attack me. We just got to stay clear of that Galadriel. It's not the best setup. Oh, he's got a Dwalin here. That would be very interesting. We'll have to see what would happen there. It looks pretty strong. So that would be another commander battle as well. We'll see what happens. Alright, guys. We'll be back soon when we try to get into another PvP battle. Rightio, guys. So we're back. We got King Aragorn filled up with troops for what we possibly can have. I've got a bit more Guardians than that on just because I've run out of these. I've only got 6,200 left. So we're going to be going in and seeing how we do. We do have that additional rise up. I don't know what we're versing here. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's see if we can get a little bit better matchup than Galadriel. Like, that was a good matchup. We did even damage. It's just that Galadriel does a lot of healing. So we just need... hopefully we bump in... I'd love to bump into a Theoden. Gandalf. I don't know. Anything. Let's see what happens. Oh, an ELROND. Okay, let's have a look. An ELROND? And, oh, it looks like we killed everything that was there. Maybe it was fake armies. Oh, no, we took a lot of damage. Let's have a look. Okay, so we went against a level 50 Elrond. Okay. I don't think it was full health. 264, 1750, 3400. I think he might have had a couple of troops less. Let's have a look at the gear. Okay, so respect level, that only looks like it's Oh, yeah, he has initiative and follow-up. I didn't know Elrond had that. Initiative and follow-up like Gandalf the Grey. That's pretty good. He has Rush, Boon, Coalition. Oh, Coalition, that's the same as Sealdor has. Okay. Alright, so definitely not the highest respect and not the best gear. So, but King Aragorn, he did do damage to him without a doubt. I took 123,000 and did 20,000 healing, and I did 264,000 damage here. What was the second army? Okay, it was a Theoden, but it wasn't full health. It was only pretty much dead. Rightio, guys. Now, this last report is a really good one. The troop combination is probably definitely not the most perfect. It's pretty good. Like, I think it's a good recommended running troop combination. I would have probably ran a few more of the guardmen if I had them. But yeah, this is a build for King Aragorn versus GILGALAD. So with gear changes, I didn't do a lot of changes, but we do have the Harp of Lothlorien here, which for the first 3 rounds, all allied units and commander each round have a certain percent, up to 90% to gain pursuit, which we of course know that is going to help grant our attacks to hit even with Gilgalad's avoidance. So I've still pretty much got the same exact skill build. Pretty much, I think I leveled up from 46 to 47. So I've just got a few extra one extra point in this one here. And I think gears pretty much else is all the same. We've still got that melee buff defense there. We're still running the cutlass. So yeah, we're getting that reduced damage from the melee units and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much pretty good setup there. The reason I ran the Catters, I did change their abilities to remedy. So every time they're healed, they get 20% extra damage done. But he doesn't really do healing, but I usually run that on my Theoden. And then the Dunes are still running parry. We're running 4,600 of those. And then we've only got 1,600 of these bad boys, which of course we run Divide and Conquer, which basically reduces the damage by 6% and can stack up to 5 times. You can see we have some really good defense stats here. The same with these guys, it's pretty good stats of 61 defense. And then these bad boys, 79 with 101 HP. So, in saying that, let's break it down. So, as you can see, I went in with 331,000 HP to his 306,000 HP. Now, if we have a look at his gear, straight away, yes, we can tell that is a really good Gilgalad. It is a great build. With the Mirkwood bow, I run it myself with the Elf Strength, which increases it by 9%. So there is going to be no excuses here. We have the High Elf Hauberk, which is probably the absolute perfect. And he has Fortitude of Elves, which is even better, which is getting a reduction of 7.4%. He has the helmet here, which is a fantastic helmet, which he has Fortitude of Archers, which reduces his damage once again. It's not full strengthened, but as you can see, even at this level, he's still getting some really good buffs. Army Defense of Elves plus 10, and then he's running the Harp of Lothlorien, which of course gives him some healing. The troop combination he was running was Sentinels with Dispersion, so a lot of extra damage there. The Bow Knights with Dispersion, so a lot of extra damage there. And then he was running the Heralds with the Lethal Strike, which normal attacks cause the target to receive an additional 30% of damage when being healed last 1 rounds. And you can see a really good defense stat there. He was running Kinley Kin, which is really good. He gets a chance to evade. He's got all of the allied units damage. He's got White Council. He's got High Elf. He's got everything in the correct skill points of where it needs to be. I have definitely seen a bit higher respect, but he is definitely, by looking at that, he's got all of that. I think I've got all that in the 1 point there or so. So I think he's around about respect 10 or something, maybe 9. The only thing he probably could have did better if he had 1 point to try and do some stun on me. On his R1 ability, and it gives a chance to inflict stun. That's probably the only thing I could point out that he had what I would have did different on his. Otherwise, it was very strong. Now, as you can see in the breakdowns, I did 267,000 damage to his 200,000. So yeah, GILGALAD, of course, is still going to hit very hard. But as we know, GILGALAD's a monster. And anytime you can be in the winning situation against GILGALAD, you're doing good. Especially, remember as well, I was 3 levels under as well. Definitely not what troop combination I kind of wanted. Remember, I'm all melee. He has 2 range, so they're going to do extra damage against my melees as well. But my Dunes are going to help counter that a lot. My Dunes would have shredded these guys, as we'll have a look in the breakdown at the moment. He did do a tiny bit of healing, but so we would have done about 247,000. But all in all, we definitely get the win there. Now, if King Aragorn had some healing on here, we probably would have done a lot better. But yeah, that's pretty much that for that. If we go into the little breakdown, we can show you a few little things. So let's just go in to the early rounds here. So in round 1, you can see that if you running the expertise of plus 50%, you can see we're doing some good damage first, like 4,900 there. Remember, we're attacking in pursuit, so our attacks are still going to hit, which is really good. And then GILGALAD was attacking there. The dispersion, that wasn't really doing a lot of damage until they hit here for 4,500. This is where the Dunes go really good. They did 10,000 damage right here, which is really good. So a lot of the Dunes was really good. The Catters don't really take do a lot of damage. They're more there for the defense. So you could probably change them out for Cavaliers if you wanted, or Longbowmen or whatever. I don't really run them. But yeah, I think you get the idea, guys. Of how good King Aragorn is. Now, you could have reskilled him and put healing on here and stuff as well. It does work, but you're just not going to get that huge amount of commander damage. But yeah, all in all, a very good battle there. We're going to wrap up today's video. So until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See yous.
Of the EJU.